Hola. Good morning. What's the other one? Friend. Hey guys, what's happening? Good morning. Pam here for those of you I've never met. Today I want to talk to you about Patreon. Patreon is another platform that I use to host my community and share valuable content with my viewers, subscribers, followers, persons who watched me and wanted more information about what I do, what I share. And I decided that a lot of persons don't know about this private community. I don't want to say private, I want to say exclusive community, because you get exclusive content in this community that we call Patreon. More specifically, it would be my TechTALK Live community combined with my Au Natural Aromatherapy community. So you get both, okay? And some would say you get two for the price of one, because I didn't think it would be fit to separate the benefits from Tech Talk and create another channel for Au Natural Aromatherapy, because the tips about growing your channel can be shared with both. Okay. So today, if you have any comments, questions, or you'd like me to share a bit about how you could be a part of my community, or you want to ask a question, you can put that question in the comment section and I'll be reading that out loud to share with everybody watching today. So everybody will benefit from this live feed. Now, if you're watching, just let me know where you're from. I can see it on my screen. I'm going to pop out the chat in a bit and just find out where you guys are from. Let me know where you're viewing from, whether it's from right here in the Bahamas or you're in some other country across the globe. Love to have you watching and listening. So, and also, if you're watching and listening, please share it out. Share this broadcast out. Invite your friends and followers to come and join in the discussion. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to invite some more of my friends to come in, because I don't want to be out here alone, just you and I. Your valuable time is appreciated, but the information that I'm about to share is, well, I feel like it could be of benefit to quite a number of others, some groups, and that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing out this chat in a group so that everybody know I'm live and you can ask a question. I did not pre-schedule this, so I just want to get the word out. Come on over if you're available, and let's chat. Okay, now with that being done, here we go. Patreon. Patreon. I joined Patreon, I think it was back in 2000 and I want to say 14. And I started the Patreon community because I had a following from Periscope, where I first started live streaming. And those persons, we were on a regular schedule of 8 a.m. every morning, I did a Periscope with positive affirmations to start your day. You know, and do I have those affirmation cards? I just happen to have those affirmation cards here, so I'll share with you one or two of them. These cards were a positive way to start your day, and people loved them. I mean, I had amassed a following on Periscope of over, I want to say around three to 500 persons. And what I did was I shared these cards, and that's a vetiver plant, okay? And the card, it told you three positive sentences to say in the morning. And vetiver is an essential oil that is grounding. It helps you to stay focused, relaxes you, and just to get centered, okay? It's an essential oil, and it's very good for ADD and ADHD. Well, you're wondering what that have to do with tech. Let me tell you. The Periscope following loved the positive affirmations, and they wanted, I was actually asked by a viewer, how can we get more information? How can we participate more with your positive affirmations about these essential oils? And I decided that I would have created this community where any time of day that they woke up, because some of my followers were in different time zones. Any time of day they had a question about an essential oil or an essential oil recipe, or they wanted to know what it was good for, there was a way for them to communicate with me directly. So what they would do, I established a Patreon community. They would go into the Patreon community where it's exclusive just for them. They would put a question or comment or share a post that they found that they felt I would benefit from, or that the group of us would benefit from. And the Patreon community was established, and that's how we used it to communicate with one another, regardless of what time of day. At the time, we weren't using Messenger as much, but we wanted to be able to share our content, share discussions about whatever essential oil I shared about that morning. So that went on for almost a year, okay? And the Patreon community started to evolve. And we started to come up with ways and means that we can benefit each other. Well, one thing I wanted to do for the community was I wanted to bring them better quality productions, better quality videos. I wanted to bring them better information. I wanted to build the website that they could go to and find stuff easily. And of course, you know, websites are not cheap and equipment is not cheap. And there was a way that Patreon allowed us to contribute to each other. So I set up a system within the Patreon community where they can pay. The first 5 persons were able to get into the community with a $1 a month contribution. Then the next level to the community was like a $3 a month contribution. And the other was like a 5, and it went up, as you would imagine. As a result of that, I was able to buy, and I wish I had it close enough so I could show it to you. It's actually on the other side of this row. I was able to buy a tripod that held my iPhone. Right now I'm on a desktop, but it allowed me to do mobile recordings using the tripod And that came from $1 a month contributions by members of our community who participated in my Patreon. Okay. For that, in turn, they got rewards or gifts from me. One of the persons also had a small online business. And because of our sharing in the community, she has now learned ways, she learned about plugins, um, apps, and other things such as equipment that she could use to promote her business. Her business happened to be an essential oil business as well. So I gave her guidance, and for that, she gave me she became a Patreon who supported my business. So we helped each other out, and we're still doing so today. So for that, I want to thank a couple of people who are in the community. I'm not going to name them all, but there's some significant ones that just today made my day, kind of. They don't know this yet, but I want to give a shout out to one of my patrons in the Netherlands, and the other one is in the US. And there's one that's here in the Bahamas. I want to say thank you. They know who they are, because I'm sure they'll be watching this video, because I'm going to post this video in the community so they get firsthand view of this video, this live stream. And that's another thing. I can make my live streams private, or I could leave them up on the website, on the YouTube channel. If I were to make them private, I can put them in the community for only them, which will have exclusive information for them. Okay? So as a patron of Au Natural Aromatherapy and TechTALK Live, you get exclusive content, you get exclusive resources that I share only in there. Okay? So today, I'm opening up that community to anyone who wishes to support Au Natural Aromatherapy and TechTalk Live in our efforts to deliver quality, quantity, and in some cases, exclusive content to you, where you can come in there and find out various things, whether it's tech tips or tech knowledge that you want. There are courses also available to you. Like, I know some persons who want to know, how did you get your aromatherapy certification in such a short time? Where did you go? What did you do? All of that information is available to you in the community. There are free courses as well in aromatherapy and also in tech that will be made available within the community. So I am opening up an invite to each of you to go over and visit Patreon. Hello, Alfredo. Welcome. And become a part of my Patreon community. If you'd like the link will be below this video, and I can tell you what it is right now. It's patreon.com Au Natural Aroma. Patreon.com Au Natural Aroma. You'll realize when you get there that it not only supports aromatherapy, but it also supports Tech Talk Live. The other thing I want to tell you about Patreon is that they are constantly looking for new ways and methods to improve the community and even take it to another level so that you don't have to go into Patreon to join Patreon. Patreon just released a plugin just this week. Patreon just released a WordPress plugin. So if you have a WordPress website, you now can add a Patreon plugin to your WordPress website. And that will make it easy for persons who want to support you to join from your WordPress website. They won't have to go over and use the URL the old-fashioned way, right? So, any questions this morning about Patreon? Any questions? So if you're watching the replay, I'm Pam Gomez, host of Tech Talk Live and Au Natural Aromatherapy. Tech Talk Live tries to bring you regular videos on Friday evenings at 7. But when there are conflicts, you'd find that those videos come to you earlier, like today, Thursday, rather than Friday. The other thing is, Au Natural Aromatherapy does a weekly video. And that can be on any essential oil. If you have a specific essential oil you want to know more about, in the community, you could request to know more about a particular essential oil. You can request a recipe for a particular ailment, and you can get one-on-one consultations for, of course, not the regular price that non-community members are charged. There's a discount, of course. I have a question coming in from Alfredo, and this question reads, why is Patreon used often by content creators? And the reason for that is content creators sometimes want to do or want to create or purchase stuff that was not within their budget. Take for instance, and I'm going to share from the heart. Right now, today, I want to purchase a plugin. That plugin, I would not be, without that plugin, I would not be able to do a lot of the things that I want to do on my website, right? The free plugin doesn't allow you to do what the paid plugin does. So content creators sometimes use Patreon or the support they get from Patreon to buy stuff like plugins, to buy equipment, to upgrade their computers. And yes, some patrons are paid handsomely to continue what they're doing. The influencers, some of them make as much as $1,000 a month just by sharing content daily and bringing new equipment, new plugins, and teaching their community how to do the same. And I'd like to bring you more content as well. And the new plugin that I want would allow me the functionality that I would like on my website. So there's the answer to your question, Alfredo. Thank you so much for that. Very good question, I might add. The other thing I remember about a year or two ago, I wanted to upgrade my phone. I had this iPhone 5 forever. And it's still serving me now, but the quality of the content, the pictures, the functionality was not there. As a result of contributions by patrons, I was able to upgrade the phone. And I know someone who was able to upgrade their computer as well as a result of patrons' support. And I will not kid you that putting together a live broadcast and putting yourself out there sometimes can be, it may look easy, but sometimes it could be a task. Depends on what all you have going on. As a result, sometimes we have to write a list of what we're going to bring to you, because you know sometimes you get on cam and then you just forget about, oh, where was I? I'm losing my train of thought. But I have a handy dandy little notepad here that itemizes the content that I want to bring to you. Alfredo has another question. He wanted to know who upgraded their computer with Patreon support. I think that's a little personal, so I would not reveal that right now. But a good question nonetheless. But yes, if you go over to Patreon and see some of the persons who are over there, the influencers, you will see that Patreon support from viewers is very real. There are bands who are supported by patrons. There are, okay, Alfredo, I see you. There are, what? There are artists. There are, oh, so many persons, so many creators. There were some statistics revealed just within the past week or two about the totals that Patreon is now reaching and the persons that Patreon is now reaching. It's a stable community. So Patreon's not gonna go away like some others that we know of, okay? Name that which will remain nameless at this time. So any questions, any further questions? Thank you for sharing it out. I see one or two persons have shared it out. Thank you for being in the chat section. Thank you for my replay viewers for watching this today and in the future. And of course, a great big thank you to my patrons. And I hope you can join me by becoming a patron because, like I said, today, just today, my struggle is buying another plugin to add to my website. It's not a free plugin, so yes, I have to purchase. Yes, the answer to your question, Alfredo, I'll be in Work in Focus later. That's another community that we go to, a resource center. But for this purpose, I want to give a big shout out to Work in Focus. Hey guys, and to my Patreon community. Big shout out to Jen, Patty, and Tony. Thank you all so much for your support. And I hope that the information shared within that community, you're finding of great value. There is a number of updates going on. I love the new platform. It's so user-friendly. You should check it out. Come on over to Patreon. Patreon.com/ONaturalAroma. Check out the page. Check out the rewards that are being offered. And by all means, become a patron. I'd love to have you in the community. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Pam Gomez with Tech Talk Live and Au Natural Aromatherapy. Have a great day or evening wherever you are in the world. Bye for now.